The edict is gone, isn't it? Sirin rubs her crown. Ever since we arrived, I've suffered the most unspeakable headache. Who knew that taking apart Kyra's enchantments would be such a relief? Can feel. Stonelands are healing. Kills Shadow takes a scraping of dirt and rubs it between her dark, gangly fingers. New growth, life, food. Blood pulse of land is returning. The wording of the edict pounds through your skull with the sort of clarity that usually comes from days of practice and repetition. It would seem that the edict of stone is now a part of you. A word, Fatebinder. Lantry takes you aside, patting your shoulder. I wondered if you might entertain a quick question. Clear silently. Go ahead, Lantry. Wonderful. He dips his quill and starts writing on a sheet of vellum, focusing on you all the while. You've broken a number of Kyra's edicts at this point, which is not a claim that many could make. How do you feel about what you've accomplished? Spare me no detail, please. This is for posterity. Anything that strikes you about the experience is invaluable to the Chronicle. I'm healing the land, it feels right. Taking something from the Overlord, it feels strange. Merely another stepping stone on the way to greatness. Breaking an edict means I have fulfilled Kyra's will. I am bringing order to the Tears, one realm at a time. The Tears have suffered long enough. Well, I could feel the land healing. I'm taking something from the Overlord, it feels strange. Merely another stepping stone on the way to greatness. I mean, these two probably are true. Breaking an edict means I have fulfilled Kyra's will. I'm bringing order to the Tears, one realm at a time. I think there would be a harkening back to his Beastman heritage, and the idea of the land being magically barren would be, on some level, unsettling, to the point that reversing that would feel sort of like a weight had been lifted. Hello, Aavak. For once, I agree that tea is better than coffee in this instance. I'm sick, and some tea with honey and lemon does wonders for the sore throat. I figured you should know, as I'm an avid coffee drinker. Rune Priest, it is okay. We all make mistakes. We have all made mistakes in the past. You are never beyond redemption. Tea shall show you the way. Welcome. Long may your tea remain hot and your teapot never empty. I'm healing the land. It feels right. Certainly. I sure could use it more than anyway. When life returns to this place, the Tears will have an easier time of growing food and fending for themselves. More autonomy from the Northern Empire, too, I warrant. One last question for now. How do you feel? Physically and mentally, I mean. I ask because there's a very little precedent on the matter, and you could define the symptoms and reactions for history as a whole. An arcane feat on this scale doesn't happen every day. A little dizzy, but otherwise fine. Exhilarated, I could dash across the Tears without breaking a sweat. Haunted, the things I've accomplished are not the province of mortals. Tired, and tired of insipid questions. No, I feel like probably more empowered. Exhilarated, I could dash across the Tears without breaking a sweat. Is that right? I'm glad to hear that breaking edicts hasn't disintegrated your flesh and bones, but has instead improved your constitution. Let's not put that sprinting without a sweat boast to the test just yet. I think I have what I need for now. Future readers of the Chronicle, thank you for your time and introspection. Lantry stops his writing and smiles. I like having Lantry around. Your power has increased. You entered the Kyra's Edict of Stone. What is my power now? My power is actually very high. Hooray! This is good. I feel very good about this. Yes. Very good.
I got it.
All right. I think that's all that's left of Kane. Should I have a look at him? See if there's anything more to see? No, doesn't look like it. Right, so now if I go over here, we'll see that there is no active edict in this region. Where is the next active edict? Down here. And this is also where I need to go. So I'm going to guess I'm probably going to end the Edict of Storms. Just a guess there, but And suddenly, I wonder what's more dwarfish. Having a giant clockwork factory that brews tea to perfection over magma, or wailing in a walling in a vampire dwarf in an obsidian workshop to brew perfect tea over magma for all eternity. 100% the vampire option. 100%. Absolutely.
Ground quivers and gleams, watching with mystic eyes, watching without blinking.
That must be unsettling. I am told it's very unsettling when I sleep with my eyes open. More or less for that reason. Brilliant flames cast an emerald light on the walls. How they got that colour and why they don't burn out is a mystery. The sunken relief, though heavily damaged, is clearly meant to depict a runic symbol similar to the one you saw at Ascension Hall. The relief is incomplete, and thus the final form of the rune is unknown. Press the charcoal to parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image of the ancient relief. Though the drawn rune remains incomplete, it seems likely that the complete design is symmetrical in nature. Should the need arise, you could reasonably guess its original shape. I believe this has something to do with the symbol on the floor. Yes. Yes, it does. Bless you. Right. Dawning Spire. We're in Dawning Spire, I believe, right now, aren't we? Aurora Spire. So, yeah, we will be in Dawning Spire. Okay. Undaunted. The former kingdom of Solwit is littered with countless ruined weapons. Yeah, that's where we need to be. Seats of power. Okay, so probably 2 crescents, I'm going to guess. Right. Okay, gotcha. Just you for now. Let's go all the way through. Just need to have another quick peek. So yeah. And then the circle in the middle. There we go. I really like this little puzzle. It's not a complicated puzzle at all, but it's a fun puzzle. And in case you don't have the time or patience to try and work it out without the help, it does seem like... Oh, that's a lot of dust there. It does seem like you will always be able to find etchings around the place. There we go. Let's go. So, this is my first time in a while catching Aavak stream. This game seems very Baldur's Gate. Is this a dark Aavak playthrough, or has he had his tea leaf? I mean, it's I would say it's more of a measured Aavak playthrough than a dark Aavak. Occasionally, look, there are some problems that the tea drinker in me is just not well equipped to find a solution to. At times, Dark Aavak needs to come out to play, but only briefly. The now familiar light of the spire courses skyward, trailing off towards the horizon in the direction of Vendrian's Well. You feel the ground beneath you fall away as you give in to the warmth and energy surrounding you. The dawning spire in Howling Rock gives you the impression of slow, inexorable movement, like a glacier of living stone. Unstoppable force moves at a pace that no eye could follow. The tower's very immobility is a pretense. With a triumphant heave, you feel the will of the spire stretch across the distance to link its power with Vendrian's Well. Too bad Spire could not save Stone Archon from falling to Kairos' Edict. Beastwoman thinks Spire would have wanted. She scratches a spindly, curved claw along her collarbone as she peers over the lip of the spire down at the petrified Archon, clutching its base. Amazing. You can see out east from here, across to the continent. If we had a long-distance peering device, I wonder if we'd see Kairos' next wave of invaders starting their journey here. It's maybe for the better that I can't confirm this suspicion. I feel bad reveling in this moment, knowing it came at the loss of such an immense power. But we will use it to further our cause, so it won't have happened in vain. There you go. Power's increased even further. I think I'm stupid powerful now. 1,525. Hooray! Oh, wow. This one actually has Kane's face at the bottom. Okay. I guess training grounds at this point. Dunk. Yes. Okay. Training grounds completed. Does that increase my power even further? No. Okay. A master trainer who teaches two-handed, unarmed attacks, dodge and athletics, dual wield, bows, subterfuge, control frost, control lightning, control force, control illusion. Bows, athletics, and control vigor. Hunter who regularly provides hides to upgrade armor. That would be good. Teach one-hand weapons, two-hand weapons, a dual wield, one-hand weapons, subterfuge, and parry. I'm going to get you. Donk. No, that's all we're going to get for the second. Right, let's have a quick look around. See what there is to see. Wow, that's a bloody dangerous thing to do. Oh yeah, I'm just going to practice archery. Oh no, I missed for a moment. Oh well, what's the harm? Arrow goes sailing off into the distance. Some, hapless farmer just minding his own bloody business, well off in the shadow of this enormous tower. Just hoeing the sound of his young daughter, gleefully running towards him, happy to see him at the end of a long day's work, and just a thunk, arrow through the neck. My lord. You fools. Immense crystal envelops what remains of the land in all directions. Parasitum, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime there, mate. We've got Iron Heater Shield. We have also got Sigil of Piercing Force. I already know this one. So both of these into the storage. Iron Mace, also all of it into the storage. Probably going to sell most of that. Who's around? Okay, what's over here? Can I see? I can't see Cairn, I don't think. Small collection of structures rests precariously on a sheer cliff. Oh, actually it does as well. Huh. That amuses me more than it probably should. Trainer Reese! Oh! That name has significance. That's also, by the way, the Welsh name of the Welsh way of spelling Reese. What a coinkydink. Hello, Reese. The man before you offers a nod at your approach. He meets your eyes hesitatingly and pauses before speaking. Thank you for having me, Fatebinder. My name's Reese. I'm here because I'm good at just two things, killing my foes and seeing where the currents flow. I'd rather not get caught on the wrong side of history, so I'm here to humbly offer you my sword. Bronze Brotherhood. I'm well versed in many forms of combat and can help you stay versatile during a fight. Should you wish it? Why did you choose to follow me now? These spires have towered over us for generations. Whoever made them was far beyond us, mere peasants on the ground. They were objects of wonder and legend in Tearsman stories, and now you've claimed them. He looks directly at you, conviction in his eyes. That's reason enough for me. Well, what can I do here? If you want to hone your fighting skills or perhaps learn some new ones, this is the place. But really, this spire is your domain. What you do and who you invite to aid you in is your choice. Well, I'd like to check. Okay, I can increase parry, dodge, subterfuge. It's not a bad one to increase. Don't know where everyone's ranks sit. I think I'm fine with. Oh, actually, I could, in fact, take this up. There we go, a level. Bonk. I approve. Foolish, or is it letting Kara's whims decide who lives and dies as is their right? Aavak, I'm on to you. You wily lawbreaker, you. What? Me? Break the law? No, how could I break the law? I am the law. Right. Well, my wits are nice and high. My law is 135. That's very good. Very good indeed. I would like to increase my quickness even further. Yeah. Dunk. Now then. I do believe Undying. Plant your banner on the battlefield. You and your party members near the banner regenerate health and receive a bonus to damage. Yes. 100% yes. Boink. Hooray. It's been a while. Been wanting that for a good long while. Who else be here? Ebb is over there. We've got Spire Worker over here. Hello? I was sick on myself the first time I used the teleporter. Well, yeah, I hear that's a common thing. Okay. Well, I think it's time for us to bounce around a little bit. Sunset Spire it is. We want to go and visit our library. It'll take you 15 minutes to complete your journey from the Dawning Spire, the Stone Seat, to Sunset Spire. Okay. Let's go talk with Velos. The Sage examines a scroll taken in every detail of his handiwork. Did you know there are 7 ways to write fire, but only 2 for water? Could it be that fire has more meaning in our era? What have you made for me, mate? Let me show you. I approve. And Scales of Mercy. The sages at your library comb through the ancient scrolls, searching for hints of items of power. They found a few fragments that mentioned a set of scales that was said to tip the balance of any battle. These ancient scales were known as the Scales of Mercy. Yes. Scales of Mercy can be created with access to a Spire Forge. I approve. What's the status of your research? We're not currently researching anything. I've just been sorting, organizing, trying to... want you to research something then. Okay, new Spire Forge plan available. Research artifacts, research items. Dagger plans, potion recipes, shield plans, items, drug recipes, research artifacts. Conduct research to find plans, schematics for new artifacts. I need 5 people here, my lord. Actually, it does appear that I might be able to get that. So, let's do that, shall we? Who do I want to hire? Control Stone, Atrophy, and Control Force. Stone and Control Force, Subterfuge and the use of Mage Staff, Control Fire and Control Emotions. Control Emotions. Does anyone... No, what works on Control Emotions? Is it this one? No, it's Vigor. Huh. I wonder what would use that. I feel that this one's the better hire for me right now, but... Master Trainer. Master Trainer which teaches you to control Gravelight and control illusions. No, we're going to go with Puppet. Puppet will appear next time we travel to the library. And I guess Lithos as well. There we go. Now, can I get you to research? Or do I need to wait? No, we've got enough. Hooray! It's going to take a while. But crack on. There we go. Recruits are busy. Can I chat with anyone? Fila? Sage Nira? Can you teach me more lore? I would very much like to learn. Forgebound, favor 3. Shall we bend the elements to our will today, Fatebinder? I'd like to train. Control fire. Oh, well, okay. Not what I was looking for. I won't lie. But alright, I'll grab a little bit of frost as well. Me as well. Anyone else really close to leveling something up? Oh, well, you can train lore. I cannot. I am too lore knowledgeable. But you, on the other hand, will absolutely train it, and it's absolutely worth it. And you know what? If we bumped Kills in Shadow could do a lot more damage with the spells that they've got. There we go. And I can't train any more there. This is absolutely worth it for me. Having lore up is just absolutely never going to not be a good thing to do. My goodness, Skills and Shadow is now level 15. I guess that happens. Let's pop that one in there, and then I would like to drop another one into this. You've got 105 lore, Kills and Shadow. I approve. Spell strength for you. Okay. Well, where are we going to go with this? Dual vocalization. Oh. Through mastery of her vocal potential and with the aid of her magic, Siren gains the ability to sing 2 songs simultaneously. You're like a bird. I suppose that has more relevance than I really thought about until I said it. Now I feel dumb. Precisely channel her voice towards nearby enemies, gaining an accuracy bonus on all her offensive songs. Siren automatically gains breath at the start of combat. Crystalline control. Siren's control over her voice continues to improve, further increasing her range, the range of Siren's defensive songs. Aria of Winter, requires 6 talent points. With a few whispered notes, Siren's voice unleashes a wave of icy winds that washes over enemies, leaving them frozen. While not wearing heavy armor, Siren is immune to engage. I think that one just sounds amazing. As long as Siren is not wearing heavy armor, Guise of Innocence will now grant her a 50% critical deflection. We're absolutely going to take that with Siren. Siren doesn't get engaged too much anyway, but I think it looks amazing. Overrun increases the attack range and crush damage of Kills and Shadow's trample ability. Or gain bonus accuracy and damage with disengagement attacks. Blood Spike. 3-hit attack with a weapon that increases in damage with each hit. The second hit causes foes to bleed, and the third hit stuns. We are knocking targets prone a reasonable amount. Let's see. Sure, we're going to increase trample as well. There we go. We spent a decent amount of money on all of that, but I don't mind too much. Legionera. Let's have a glance at you. Still interested in my illusions, Fatebinder? I am. Kind of. Maybe. I can still learn a little bit. I think I'll leave it there. I think we did enough with those level ups. It was kind of bonkers. I could get Lantry all the way up to 15 if I really wanted to, but I don't think we're going to push that one just yet. Right, I would like to go back to... Before I move. If I'm going to hire anyone, I need to check that out now. Skill trainer who teaches unarmed attacks, parry dodge, subterfuge. Battlefield scavenger with many unique items for sale. A smith who regularly produces weapons. An old beastman who regularly provides food to take into battle. Beastwoman, sorry, Fatebinder with the ability to change what skills you're proficient in. Now that might be quite nice. Swindler from the Bastard City who is able to acquire valuable items left unattended. A skill trainer who teaches control life, control vigor, control atrophy, control gravelight, and use of magical staff. I think we'll get Lysander. Control life would be a nice one to bump up a couple of our people with, if we could. Sure. And I'm interested in seeing what you can hire. What you can accrue. There we go. Let's see how that goes. Spending a bit of time up in the tiers, but... up in the spires, but, you know, it's going to happen. Alright, who have we got around here? Lysandra. There we are. Tychon the Swindler. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to talk with Lysandra. Hey, Binder, catch! The sage utters a syllable under her breath, and a ball of purple light shoots from her outstretched hands towards you. Try to catch it. Sage's magic feels like a ball of ice, its chill working up your arms and disappearing in your shoulders. Unpleasant, if not harmful. She nods, brave, but foolish. That might have sheared your tissue away so fast that your skeleton would stand there for a full 10 seconds before you realized you were dead. I might have, but I'm fairly certain I would have been able to handle it. Frankly, she offers a congenial wave. Lysandra, at your service. I trained as a sage at the Vellum Citadel, but those days are behind me for obvious reasons. I came for a lecture. Well, I don't care about that, but control life is quite nice. Lantry is really close to a level up, so I could probably get Lantry a level up. Also, given that Lantry is my healer, I sink a lot of points into Lantry. There we go, 75. A lot of rings, rather. Gravelight? Gravelight is more like the study of the moon. But yeah, I guess, in a way, it is sort of necromancy-ish. 151 lore on Lantry. Oh, the spells! The spells we're going to be able to make. Craziness. Truly. Lantry orates the party's deeds, inspiring his allies and instilling terror in the hearts of his enemies. Grants additional spell slots for Lantry. Lantry's critical hits with weapons weaken enemies. I could get Gifted Vigor. That's a bonus to arcane armor and magic defense. Moderate bonus. No, we're going to start popping points down here. On the next turn, we can grab Gifted Healer. And that is going to make Lantry's healing crazy good. Hopefully. Let's go and have a chat with our swindler friend over here. That is Lantry going to chat with him. I find great heights suitable for one who deals in webs and whispers. It is not always about spinning in shadows. I see and hear much from my perch atop your spire. Shall I tell you what whispers I've heard? What tips and rumours do you have for me? Heard any tidings of particular interest lately? Found anything lying around that I would be interested in? Now, what tips and rumours? Here's an astute tip for you. Stay out of the old walls, my friend. Okay. Any tidings of particular interest? Countless. Of which would the Master Fatebinder like to know? How did you end up in Tunan's court? Word spread of our stunt at Bastard City. It was my conquest decision. To win the siege of the Bastard City, you employed the help of a swindler to sneak you and a small contingent of Kharis elite past the city's walls, while Tychon delivered on his promise, ultimately allowing you to strike a crippling blow to the city's defences. The going was tough and required several hours of stinking, stooped trekking through a labyrinth of underground sewers. It spread like wildfire through the tiers. For the first time, my name inspired awe and loathing in the hearts of men. Tychon rubs a finger over his blade-scarred lips, smiling fondly at the memory. After I spent the time training fifth-eye men in the ways and means of my trade, but my hunger for rings has always held more sway than my fondness for bloodshed, so I carved a place for myself in the court. As I'm sure you'll well understand, my friend, there's value in those who can distinguish between the right and the wrong ears in which to whisper, and there are many that listen to my murmurs. Why do they call you the swindler? An unfortunate misnomer, my friend. I am wholly and utterly innocent of whichever vile misdeed I am accused, I assure you. The thief hums to himself with clear amusement. Unless, of course, that vile misdeed might gain me favour with any current powers that be. And, of course, there was that time I swindled an entire city of her freedom by sneaking a Fatebinder and his forces in from the sewers. I profited quite nicely from that venture. How was life before the war? Not nearly as interesting, comfortable, nor clean. The swindler plucks a bronze dagger from a sheath at his thigh. He flicks the blade slowly back and forth, blade glinting in the low candlelight. There are no firelight, I imagine. As he digs dirt from beneath his fingernails. I was bastard born and raised. I'd never so much as dipped a toe out of the city before my mother died, and my aunt promptly kicked me out of on my keel. I ran a short stint in the streets, but it didn't suit me, not having a bed, so I traded a letter of recommendation from a fine nobleman with a betting problem. That cost me a week of playing sleight of hand in the gambling hall. It gained me entry with the sages. I travelled, and it widened my eyes. I saw the Vellum Citadel before it burned, but eventually the sages found my methods too distasteful, and I was expelled. It didn't prevent me from forging my writ of graduation, of course. The swindler flashes you a twisted smile. I see. I'm looking for a master merchant, someone with exquisite items. Then you'll wish to speak with Hyricant Bronze in Lethian's Crossing. I can tell you he has access to the best supply routes in the tiers, though he denied it in his death throes. Okay, fair one. What else have you got to say? Any tips? I've heard the spells are indeed effective against the Bane, contrary to what many had previously feared, but even the smallest magical expenditure in the old walls can attract every Bane within 50 paces. Extreme caution is recommended. Armies need weapons, but it turns out they need meat more. That is true. Please understand, Master Fatebinder. If the wrong ears were to hear these whispers, I could lose my tongue. I trust you'll be discreet with my information. Find anything lying around? Let me show you what I have already. Okay, well, nothing really, then, so, fine. Well. Okay, so, let's have a look at our quests. Hidden Truths. The sage has directed you to a ruined estate in the Bastard Tier. Undaunted. The former kingdom of Stalwart is littered with countless ruined weapons, scattered across its battered plains. Somewhere in the rusted waste of the Blade Grave lies Dauntless, an unbroken blade of legend. Bladed Mark said that if you were to acquire it, you will strike fear into the hearts of all who face you. Okay, investigate Sentinel Stand Keep. Dauntless was last seen at the fortress of Sentinel Stand. Travel there and see if you can find any trace of the artifact. I guess that's where we're going next, then. 150. Let's consider what I could make with that. I could make this bounce more. Let's consider the healing spells I could make with it. I could make the effect last for a lot longer. Be a lot stronger. Need to tone it down though. Just not quite there yet, but... That's not too bad though. I could set off a minute-long heal every minute and a half. That would be reasonably nice. Sure. Let's pop that down. My fireball spell. Mage fire. Very nice. Add a lot of extra strength to it. That would be a lot stronger than this one already. Though currently, well, this one lasts longer, it seems. I wonder why. I wonder why that one lasts so much longer. That would be funny, but... Okay. Let's assign that one there. Mantle of Flames. Make it a much stronger effect. Wider area. I mean, I could get a longer reach, but not necessarily sure that would be that useful to me. Yeah, this one seems nice. We'll drop that one in there as well. Let's go for Rhyme Spike. Once again, well, actually, I could go for bleeding this time. Or I could just top up the damage capability. There's no way we can get that one, unfortunately, but... yeah, I think I like this one. I mean, it would be nice to have a nice big extra radius on it, but... no, I think doing something along these lines should be fine. There we go. Update. Can I add much more to this one? I can, actually. Update that one. That one's already fairly powerful. This one could be updated. More bounces, I guess. Update that. What could we do here, though? Not quite. We can't quite get it to last that long. We'll just increase the length of time that it lasts for then. Okay, mischievous mass. We can make that bounce more, I imagine. Yeah. Okay, update that. Okay, that's actually quite nice. As for Kills in Shadow, we might be able to increase the effect of this on her quite a lot. I mean, this is already quite a nice spell. And then add a lot of time to it. Or maybe sigil approximate action. Could make it guidance. Surge of Glory. No, I think this one's quite a nice one. All things considered. Most of the stuff that I can make for Kills in Shadow is going to be quite a lot lower than Kills in Shadow can get up to. The Concussive Bolt here, that wouldn't be too bad to throw around. Could also make it go in a line or root them. I'm not sure about that one though. I think I would rather something that Kills in Shadow could use on themselves. Yeah, Spectral Blur is particularly nice. Yeah, that is really, really good. 42% graze deflection and 42% hit deflection. I don't think Concussive Bolt is necessary. That would be more useful to Kills in Shadow, I think. I think having bouncing fireballs is just ridiculously good. Just a little bit outside of Kills in Shadow's abilities, but having more of my people able to use that kind of thing is just glorious. Distant target, maybe? I'm not sure that Kills in Shadow having a heal is necessarily the best thing, though. I honestly think Kills in Shadow is better off being more dangerous. There's Weighted Stance, there's Tidal Burst, there is Concussive Bolt. Maybe False Pit. Quite fond of False Pit. I could have bleeding on it as well. Sure, you know what? We'll swap that out. There you go. I think that's all we're going to do with the spells for now, though. Right, I think let's get everyone to rest for the night. Grab a bit of a rest and then head on. Oh, but did you hear that they're releasing Cats as an anime? They're calling it Nyan Genesis. Evangelical. Really? Sort of euphemism that was awful. Awful. I feel bad for laughing at it. Awful, awful, awful. My goodness. Right, Sentinel Stand. We ultimately want to get down there. How we get there, who knows for now. But Sentinel Stand is our destination. 2 days, 23 hours. Let's go. The worst puns are the best puns. Well, I mean, you're not wrong.